Ladies and gentlemen, it is your lovely host here. It is Team Alright. Now, how's everyone doing on this Wednesday's edition? I am doing wonderful. Now, speaking of Wednesday, to everyone around the world, Happy New Year. I cannot believe it. It is 2025 already. Wow. What happened to 2024? It flew by. No doubt about it. Okay, and of course, I will discuss my social media accounts when the video is over, if I did not mention it already. If I do, I'm sorry. Okay, now I want you guys and girls to sit back, relax, put your feet up, grab something to eat, or grab something to eat, or maybe, just maybe, you want to chill like a villain and hear my thoughts, my opinions on the subject. And of course, the link will be down below, or the article will be down below. It is strictly a link. You can read it or watch the video down below. It is your choice. Now, I don't know if anyone agrees with Vince Russo on this matter, or maybe not. What I'm trying to say is, Vince Russo believes one superstar in I don't know how to say this, to become the very first ever women's IC champion, and will be a little with the gold. Later this month, WWE will crown its first IC champion with Nakoa Kai and I cannot pronounce it, okay? The battle for the title, you know? Because SmackDown had their mid-card belt US title, okay? Also listen to what he had to say on a recent edition of his Legend, I think the podcast of Raw. Russo refused that, etc., etc. You gotta just check this out, a lot of people don't like Vince Russo because all the stuff he did back in the day. Now, I am so glad it took this long to get women's a single title besides the main title in the women's division. I don't know why it took this long, That's kind of BS, I think so. You have a lot of great women back in the day, and the only belt they had at the time was the women's belt. And then eventually it got transferred over to the Divas belt, and then it got transferred over again to the women's belt. You know what I'm saying? The name. And then later on, we finally got in the tag team division, So that's about it. The belts. It took that long too. So this company, I don't know why. A lot of people say that the tag team belts were cursed. There's no such thing as a curse. It's just a freaky accident, It's stuff like that happens, So I'm not wishing any of these wrestlers, female or male, to get hurt, but it does happen. So what's your thoughts on this whole matter? I don't care who will become the very first IC champion. I can't. I've tried to be behind these ladies, and I just can't do it. I'm not ripping into these ladies. They're very talented, very beautiful, but I can't get behind it. This whole tournament, it's kind of like how some people say it's boring. Now I know you'll say maybe it's just me. Who knows? But I do try to watch it. So that's it. At least Triple H is doing his best with these ladies. McMahon will go in a different direction. We all know what kind of direction that will be. So that's all I had to say. This is just a short and sweet video. But the only problem I have with the mid-card belts for the women's, it's the same darn design as the men's. I know I mentioned this over and over like a broken record. Now, if I was in charge of this company, I don't know who was in charge of this department for the women's, have the same belts of the men's. Probably Triple H had to put his 2 cents in, but it'd be nice to keep the women's belt separated for the men's belt. You know, it's all the same design. That is very, very lazy of WWE. You know. Now I know these belts. They have a big WWE logo to to promote and sell their merchandise. I'm okay with that. I just don't like the same design. You know, keep it differently. You know, you did it back then when you have a nice classic belt for the women's, and they had nothing to do with the men's. Why is it different now? I know you're gonna say different era. I understand that, but you need to have a different design of the IC belt, and definitely a different design for the United States belt for the women's. That's just me. They did a thing. They did a different how it looks for the women's tag team. You know, watch, that would probably change. Watch. Now follow me on Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok. All my social media accounts will be down below. Now if you want to be part of my show, that'd be delightful. If not, don't worry about it. Have a good night. See you tonight. Peace out.